Good morning. My name is Wanda Lee. I'm a married mom of 3, and I appreciate you joining me for High Priority Monday. My husband and I have some ambitious financial goals for our family, including becoming debt-free, paying off our mortgage in half the time, and putting our little ones through college loan-free. If any of these things interest you, I'd love for you to stick around. Definitely consider subscribing so you can follow along with our journey. Today, we will be stuffing both our high priority savings as well as our debt binder. So let's go ahead and get started. Whoops, I think I jolted the camera around there. All right, so first things first, we have 1, 2, 50, 3, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80. I had to pause and hit up the finger moistener. Don't think I put enough on. But I think moving forward, I'll just tell you how much we have ahead of time so that I don't have to count it. I feel like that wastes time when I'm counting it. All right, so in our high priority savings for the day, we have 40 going to medical, which I think is just gonna straight up be our 220s, right? Yep. Is it? Okay, we have 40 going to medical, so we are going to take a 50, put it in here, take the 10, and we can put our 20s back because we might need them later. All right. So medical now has 1, 2, 3, 50, 4, and 70. 470. Vision is getting 15. I'm feeling a little bit out of it this morning. I don't know, 150, 70, 90, 205. Yay! We got past 200. I haven't had breakfast yet, so that could be a factor. I'm thinking about an omelet or something. I don't know. Dental is also getting 15, so we're gonna go ahead and slide one of those 10s over, slide one of those 5s over. We've got 150, 70, 85, 185 in dental. And speaking of dental, I wanted to set up an appointment. I'm going back to look at the 10 that I put in vision because I feel like it wasn't very pretty. Yeah, just gonna swap out that 10. I know. Very superficial. Very superficial. Okay. Moving right along to emergency. Yeah, so I want to set up an appointment, a dental appointment for hopefully myself and my husband within the next couple of weeks if there's availability. Just because I'm still currently insured, but that will expire, and so I just want to take advantage of of it while I still have it. and we're putting 50 into emergency. What's happening here? I feel like I messed something up. I think I did, because I'm supposed to have another 50. Anyway, we do try to always stuff our emergency, but let's see what we've got. 50, 150, 250, 350, 2350. Looking pretty good. Yeah, I think that I was supposed to not put that 50 in that other envelope because I'm gonna need it right now for college. So what I'm gonna do, unless I have a 50 in college, which it doesn't look like I do, because I was like, I could just put in 100, call it a day, but I don't have a 50 in college. So what I'm gonna do is go back to that envelope. Was it medical? Yeah, I think it was our first envelope. And yep, perfect. I'm gonna take those two 50s, pop in a hundo. It's not very pretty, but that one's not too much better, so whatever. And now I have more 50s to work with, so that's fine. I noticed that's the only one I zipped. Now I have to zip all of them. Okay. Emergency, we did that. Let's zip it up. We're not doing savings today, but we do obviously try to stuff college every time, because that is one of our big 3 goals. Maybe that's what I'll call them moving forward, the big 3 of our high priority savings goals. So let's go ahead and pop this 50 in. Let's pop this one in because it's a little prettier. Is it? Yeah. All right. So college has 50, 150, 250, and 1750. This money is going into savings account, which is specifically for education, and so it can collect that interest over time, and hopefully by the time they get to college they will be good to go. So retirement has 30, or is getting 30, I should say, not has 30. It's getting 30, and we are going to bust out the Road to Retirement book. Oh, almost forgot. From Nita at the Almost Organized Owl, but we're just gonna add the money first. So I hope I didn't skip anything. All right, so retirement is getting 30. All right, and retirement now has 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2, 10, 15. So 215 in retirement so far. And again, this is in addition to the 401k that I have, which I also need to decide if I'm gonna move it over to like a personal Roth IRA, or what I'm going to do, because there are some 401k plans that will automatically disperse your balance to you, like pay it out if you don't move it within a certain amount of time. Like when you sign up with a company, every company has its own, terms and conditions for the 401k plan if they offer one. Some of them will let the money still sit in the company 401k plan. It's just they'll stop contributing to it, but they'll let you just let it sit there. So that way you don't have to pay the high, like the penalties of pulling it out before your retirement age. But you also don't have to worry about trying to roll it over to a different account. They'll just let it sit there. And some companies will give you a certain amount of time to move it out or to withdraw it and take those penalties. And if you don't do it within that time, they will just assume that you want it dispersed like to you or withdrawn, and then you'll have to be responsible for those early withdrawal penalties or what have you. It looks like my company was in the latter scenario, and so I have a certain amount of time to pull that money out, and I have to decide where it's going to go. It's not going to be withdrawn because that's basically me giving back money that I had earned, you know, like in penalties, basically, right? It's like me eating the cost of all those penalty fees, which is like 20% or something ridiculous, and I don't want to do that. And also the purpose of having it is for it to accumulate interest over the years so that when I am ready to retire, I can go into it. So that's something I need to figure out. There's a long list of things that I need to figure out. Sometimes if you're able to find a job quickly before any of those deadlines hit, it's like, you know, before the 401k deadline hits or before the medical insurance is, in my case, the severance package expires, then you don't have to worry because it can just roll over to your new company's plan, etc. If they offer one that's compatible. But if you cannot find a job within that time, you have to figure out something else, and to be very intentional about what's going to happen to your stuff. Anyway, that's a lot of talking that may not interest some folks, but it's where I am right now in life, so it's a high priority for me to get those things handled, and that's what we're going to do. So, all right. This is a mess in terms of bills that are remaining. It was just supposed to be 2 ugly hundreds left. And instead, oh wait, hold up. What is going on? What did I do wrong? So I'm supposed to have $200 left for debt. That's number one. I don't. I'm missing a 20. That's number one. Number two, I forgot to bust out the retirement book, but I have to solve this problem first because that's going to bother me. So let me move this over. I talked too much and confused myself. Let's come back here and see. I don't know if we'll be able to tell off top where we went wrong. I don't know if we will be able to tell, but what I don't have a problem doing is just, I hate to say it like that, but I don't have a problem taking money temporarily away from retirement to make sure that the rest of the high priority savings are taken care of. I'm probably not going to figure out what I did wrong until I watch the video back, to be honest. I don't know why I'm pretending like I could figure it out right now. Because it's already mixed in with the other money, I'm not going to be able to figure that out. So what I will probably do is, yeah, so I need 20 bucks. Maybe we won't do the road to retirement book today. We'll just leave 10 bucks in it and take 20 out, but I don't want to take any of these nice bills. So what I'm going to do is just take the 100 and put everything else in here. And make a note to myself that we contributed 10 to our retirement today. Where are my Post-its? So we owe, I hate IOUs, but we owe owe 20 bucks to retirement, but we have what we need for the debt because that's one of our high priorities as well, and it's higher than this right now in this moment. So we'll do that. We can bust out the road to retirement and see. I don't know that there's anything that's 10, but let's see if we can find something. Here she is. All right, so as I mentioned before, this lovely Road to Retirement book was created by Nita at the Almost Organized Owl. I wanted it for a very long time. I was saving ducats, and she finally like had a sale. I don't want to say finally, like I don't know how often she does sales, but she had a sale, which worked to my advantage because I was able to purchase it with the money that I had saved so far. And so that was really exciting. I already finished the first page, which was great. Oh, there happens to be a 10 on page 2. I'm not going to scratch because I'll probably get more than 10. Also, I think that's probably the only 10 on this page anyway. So I'm going to go with this one. I was trying not to write on these, on the left sides because it's not the same gloss material and I didn't want to mess up the book. But I'm going to use my erasable pen and hope that I'm able to erase it and use it later. Gonna just put a little circle here to show that we completed that one. All right, so that one is completed. Number 10. Great. Let's move you back. All right, and now we are busting out our debt binder. We have been focusing primarily right now on paying off our credit card debt. However, we also have, some student loan debt and our mortgage, which is our biggest debt. And so I had created some new trackers and also planner pages to help me stay organized with our debt payoff journey. This is one of the pretty dashboards that I just made for my debt binder. I love it so much. And then these are the inserts. I do like frosted envelopes, so maybe I should pull it out so you can see it better. But these are the tracker inserts. I printed them on vellum because I like the look of that like frosted vellum. Obviously the colors are more vibrant when you print them on regular white paper, but I created these trackers which are kind of like category inserts, but you can also track your progress of paying off that debt in either 20% increments or in 25% increments, as is the case with the medical bill. This one is 25% increments, so I'm excited for that. I just included the categories in here that we need, which would be student loans, medical bill, mortgage, and credit cards, but I did create other categories for personal loan, auto loan, business loan, those types of things, and then also some blank ones. And these are all available on my Etsy shop as a bundle with the dashboard, etc. So each of these cards comes with two versions, the 25% increment and the 20% increment. But you can print as many as you need, and so that's the beauty of digital products, right? Anywho, I don't know why I turned it sideways. Guess it doesn't matter too much. But we are adding this money to our credit card envelope. So now we have $350 toward our debt, or toward that credit card debt. That's the second one. We did pay off the first one, which was really exciting. So that's where we're at now. And speaking of our debt payoff journey, I was able to start or get the planner pages into my big brown my big brown binder. It also has an A5 version of the debt payoff dashboard. I got the calendar in here, and I started filling in the dates. I still need to fill in some of my goals, but I started filling in the dates for August and September. I also started the overview, like I wrote in all of our debt on the overview sheet, which I did cover up some of them just for some privacy, and filled in the mortgage information and details, which of course is our biggest debt, and that's the one we are trying to pay off in half the time. So I do have these options for early payoff that I created there, and so I'm looking forward to tracking that. These, I do have one tracker per loan, like student loan, and this is a big reason why I want to make sure that our kids are set up to not have to take loans, because I really don't want that hanging on them for, you know, years after they graduate. You know what I'm saying? Yes, there might be opportunities for grants and all of those things, but if they have that money in the bank ready to go, they won't have to worry regardless. You know what I'm saying? And so paying off this student loan debt will enable us to have more money to invest into other things, but also prioritizing saving for our kiddos' college now in those high interest accounts will enable them to be set up for success, or at minimum to reduce the stress, the financial stress of starting their education journey after they graduate high school. So yes, anyway, I have those set up there. And then I did put the savings challenges in here. I created these as freebies as a part of the bundle, and so I did stick them back here. So if I have extra cash, I can just color in some pretty flowers and save that money, and that money of course would go to our that money would go to our debt. So I'm so excited that I was able to set it up. Still have a few more things to fill in, but this is what I will be using to track our debt payoff journey. I did mention previously that A5 bundle of everything you saw there, plus some other things, are available on my Etsy shop as digital download if you're interested in tracking your debt payoff journey in that way. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me. If you enjoyed hanging out, I'd love for you to hit the like button to help recommend this video to other people who might also be on their debt free journey, or who might be interested in paying off their mortgage in half the time, putting their little ones through college loan free. Just helps recommend the video to others. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love for you to subscribe and follow along. I'd love to follow along your journey as well. And apart from that, it is Monday. It's the start of the week. I hope this week is very productive for you. And I hope to catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.